Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer State and I am here with Coloring Bliss to do a project with you, and I thought I would jump on and go live so that you can keep me company and I can chat with you while I work. So let me check and see if I can get the chat to work while we are live here, and that way I can answer any questions or just say hi to you while I am working. Oh good, it's coming up. I'm going to hit mute before I go in here so we don't have my volume come on. Good. Oh, we've already got a few people here. Hello. I've got Eleni 576, Gracelyn, JV, Michelle. Hello everyone, welcome. Let me show you what I'm working on. I've got Rose back here too. She's sound asleep. She just looks like a puddle of white in her bed back here. Got my painting apron on and my hair pulled back, so hopefully I won't get any paint in my hair. Michaela Brothers is here, Saylin is here, Lacey, Joanne, hello everyone. Lacey says, I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. And Belle is here, hello. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna push this back just a little bit. Oh, Steve is here, hello Steve. Oh, maybe he's gone already.
I am?
Oh no, that's me, I'm Steve. Oh, hello. If I say hi here, does it come up as Steve? Yep, I'm Steve. That's cool.
Oh yeah, log in with Chrome and then you'll be you.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I don't mind being you. I like being you. I probably won't be typing anyway, so I'll just be chatting with you guys while I work here. Let's see. Star Patrick's here. Melissa's here. Hello, everyone. I love your gnomes. Dr. Dingbat says thank you very much. I appreciate that. Beth says hi to you, Steve. He's working on his computer over there. If you saw my art studio tour, you now know what I'm pointing at when I point over there. That's where he's working, right over there. So let me flip the camera view for you so you can see what I've got going on. I have a table set up over here in the middle of my art studio with my new boxes that I got. There was a big spring sale going on Jerry's Artorama, and I've been wanting to buy some of these wood boxes for a long time. They are meant for pastels. They have little wood drawers and they hold all kinds of art supplies, not just chalk pastels, but also you can put color pencils in them. So I've had my eye on them for a long time. Now, I'm hoping the audio is going to work. My microphone is behind me right now, so hopefully I'm talking loud enough and it's quiet enough in here that you can hear me. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. If not, maybe I'll have Steve come over and work with the audio a little bit for us. But these are the wood boxes that came. I got 3 of them, as you can see. They stack, which is really cool, but I'm not going to be keeping them stacked, at least not now. I'm always reorganizing my studio, as you guys know. The way they stack is they have a wood piece right here, and then on the top of the box, they have like a little cleat right here. So you can set them like this and they're just a little bit offset when you stack them, which I think is really cool. And then they have all these little drawers. I put a link in the video description to the exact boxes that I bought off Jerry's Artorama. But I've also seen similar boxes on Dick Blick and on Amazon as well. I know they sell them at Hobby Lobby. They sell them all over. I got them off Jerry's Artorama because they were such a good sale for their big spring sale that they were having. And I had waited a long time to purchase these types of boxes because I think they're quite pricey, but because of the sale, I got them on a really good deal. I think they were like 50% off, or maybe even a little more than 50% off when I got them. Now, one problem I ran into when I bought them is that they were super smelly when I pulled them out of the box. And I was sort of prepared for that because when I read all the comments about these boxes, that was one of the things they mentioned, is that they had a really strong odor when you first pulled them out of their cardboard boxes. And it was very true. They were really smelly. I pulled them out and opened up all the drawers and set them on our kitchen counter. And our kitchen counter is right next to our living room. If you saw my part 3 of my art studio tour, you see where we sit on our couch all the time, and that's right next to our kitchen. So I had the boxes sitting in our kitchen area, and the smell was so overwhelming and it triggered my headaches. I had to get them out of there. So they've been sitting in my garage for over a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. How long have I had them now?
Yeah, it's probably been, a week or two.
It's been a long time. And they've been airing out in the garage this whole time. I've had the drawers ajar this whole time, trying to hopefully get this most of the smell. I'm guessing it's glue, the smell, and maybe there's a bit of a finish on the boxes, but I think it's a glue smell that I'm catching. So they're much less smelly now, and so I brought them into the house. They still have a bit of an odor, so I'm hoping that the stain I purchased is going to take care of that odor, and it'll just take time for the rest of the odor to go away, I'm sure. That's what all the comments on Jerry's Odorama said. It just takes time for the rest of the odor to go away. So let me see. Everyone says they can hear me. Oh, good. Yep, voice good. Oh, good. Very good. So I'm really excited about the boxes. As you know from my art studio tour, my entire art studio is white. And these boxes are not white. I wanted to paint them white. I thought about just getting some regular paint and painting them white. I thought about spray paint and spray painting them white. In the end, I've decided to start with a wood stain. This is Rust-Oleum. Let's see if I can get it to... There. This is Rust-Oleum Wood Stain Antique White is what I've decided to start with. Mainly because I want the drawers to be able to come in and out just as smoothly as they are working right now, which is really good. And I was worried about putting any kind of acrylic paint on it because it would give a little thickness. You know, acrylic paint is like plastic, and it will add a thickness to the drawers, and I didn't want that to happen. So I'm hoping a stain will not add any thickness to the drawers. The other thing I wish I could do is sand them all down. Some of the edges are a little bit rough, but I don't have the physical strength to sand them all down. I would ask Steve to do it, and he would gladly do it for me, and so would my son Carter, but I don't know. I try to save my favors that I ask. You guys know I talk about it a lot. I am chronically ill, and so my energy is small. I have to pick where I put my energy, and I have to choose where I use my favors. When you want to ask a favor, even if you're not chronically ill, when you want to ask a favor of your husband, you want to be careful how many favors you ask, right? And when you use your favors, you want to use them wisely. And I don't want to use one of my favors on these boxes. So I'm going to try doing the stain without doing any sanding and see how it goes. I know I can sand it after I've stained it, and it won't do any damage. I can always re-stain it if I want to. So I know stain works like that. So I'm pretty safe just putting on a coat and seeing how it works. So the way this stuff works, it sounds like I can put it on, wipe off the excess, and it should dry within an hour. I don't know if I buy that. We'll see. It says the longer you leave it on, the stronger the stain color. I want it to be pretty white, so we'll see how this goes. So I have a rag here. This is just some old t-shirt fabric, and it's a little bit, I just sprayed some water on it. I have that same spray bottle here to spray more water on it if I need to. So it's not even damp. It just feels a little cool to the touch with the amount of water I have on it. So we'll see how this goes. I haven't stained anything in years. I think the last thing I stained was probably a picnic table. That was years ago. So this is going to be fun. And I am inside, I know. Actually, it doesn't say anything about having to do it outside. I checked that. It does say combustible, so I won't light any candles while we're doing that. And it says don't swallow it. So I won't let Rose near it. I did protect the tabletop with a drop cloth that I picked up while I was at Walmart. they have these awesome, really cheap drop cloths. The other great kind of drop cloth I love to use is just those cheap tablecloths you get for birthday parties. Those work great too. But this one was handy. It was only 99 cents. It's really big. It's 9 feet by 12 feet, so way bigger than I need for this little foldable table that I keep here in my art studio. So it should be plenty room. Now let me zoom in a little bit so you can see how these drawers work. Ooh, good, good, good. Okay, let's see. Tammy says hi from Indiana. Hi, Tammy. Let's see. Michaela says, so my fiance just got me a new laptop and I'm on it now. And live chat and video, and I love it already. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Here, let me move this box out of the way. We'll just look at this one and I'll show you how this works. So the drawers come all the way out. Love it. And they have inside trays with little dividers that come out. So I'm going to pop all these dividers out. I already checked to make sure they come out. Hopefully they're going to come out as easily as they did the other day. Yeah, see, the little dividers are just pieces of pressed wood. So I'm going to pull all these out. And then the little piece of foam on the bottom just comes out. That's nice because it keeps the pastels, the pieces of pastel chalk, from bumping around too much. So that's why they have the foam. And I guess I could replace this foam if I ever wanted to, which is nice. And all these I can just stack up and keep on the side. I'm not going to stain the interior of the boxes because it doesn't need it. But I don't want to accidentally get stain on any of those pieces and have them permanently stuck in there. So that's what the inside of the box looks like. And if I ever feel like leaving out a section, I can, so I can hold more color pencils in one row. I can do that. I'm so excited about this. So mainly I think all I'm going to stain on the drawers, I think, is just the fronts of the drawers. I'm going to have to ponder that for a minute. I think that's all I want stained on these, because that's all that really shows is the front. And then all three come out, and on the inside of the box it has really nice ledges for the drawers to run on, which I love. So I think I want the whole face of this painted and then the whole outside of the box painted. So no matter where I set it in my studio, if the side of it shows in my studio or if the back, because even the back is pretty. Look at how it's all dovetailed. I think it's called dovetailed. It's all dovetailed and everything. The top has little tiny like brads to hold this part in, but the sides are all the nice joints. It's really pretty. So I think the staining is going to be really pretty for it. Excited. So the first step is to disassemble the drawers. I think I need to. If I'm not painting the insides, do I need to disassemble the drawers? What do you guys think? Okay, let me catch up with the chat while I ponder if I need to disassemble the drawers. Do I want the inside of the drawers painted? All I have is this much stain, which should cover a ton. Michaela says she can only be here for a little bit. That's okay. We're in for a bad thunderstorm tonight. We had a thunderstorm here last night, which is kind of unique for Utah. We don't get a lot of rain. We're here in a desert. But last night we had a huge thunderstorm come through and tons of rain. It was so wonderful and fascinating. It was awesome. Terry says hi from New Mexico. Hello. She's been watching me for the past 3 days. So happy to have found you live. Well, welcome. Thank you for watching so much of my videos. Let's see. Melina says she's never caught one of my live videos either. Well, welcome. I'll be live tomorrow night on Facebook if you want to join me. It'll be more of a formal, well, sort of formal, where we'll be doing coloring, not just art studio project. So if you want to join me for coloring tomorrow night on Facebook, same time, I'll be there. So you can join me there. And we may jump over here on YouTube after we're done on Facebook. So you can look forward to that. Okay, so I think I had decided to just do the outside, and maybe that's what I'll do to begin, is just the outsides, and then if I have enough, well, if you are only staining the outside, don't disassemble the inside of the doors. I agree, less work, right? Let me make sure I'm scrolled to the bottom here. I don't want to miss anybody's. We had a nasty thunderstorm with a tornado warning. Oh dear. Stay safe, you guys. Woo. It's one thing we don't get here in Utah is, well, at least in Salt Lake Valley, is tornadoes. I'm really grateful for our mountains. It stops the tornadoes. I think we've had like one tornado and it was really wimpy. And that was over a decade ago. So it's nice to have the mountains to protect us. So I don't think I need to disassemble the drawers. I think we'll just start with staining the fronts of them, and then I'll decide if I feel like doing more. Yep, no need to disassemble. Yeah, I agree, Jay Conrad. No need to disassemble. Save myself a little work. Okay, let's flip around the view here. And I'll put that one drawer. Maybe I'll just leave this one apart, and then if I decide to do more painting, this will be the first one I can do. So I'll set that aside. I think I'll put all these drawers over here. And we've got this box ready to go. Make sure it's dusted off good. Don't want the stain to get dust in it. Yeah, there's a staple here and staples here. Oh yeah, there's dust inside. I'm going to need to vacuum when I'm done, or have Steve vacuum when I'm done. Okay. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with these boxes. Some of the ones on Amazon had some pretty bad reviews. So I was a little nervous buying them because they're kind of an investment to purchase these boxes, so I didn't want to waste my money. But I'm pretty impressed with the construction. So they're definitely nicer than if I had tried to build them, that's for sure. Okay, I also I decided to buy an actual brush, although this was the cheapest brush I could find, instead of buying a foam brush. I was worried that the rough edges of the wood would just rip apart the foam brush by the time I was done staining everything. So I did buy a brush. And I have more foam brushes on hand if I need to get one out to use. So this is just a 1-inch brush. Figured it would be good enough. Plus I wanted it small so I could get it into my tiny little can that I bought. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this setup is store my my pastels. And since the last time I filmed in my art studio, I've actually purchased a few more pastels. So my collection is already growing, and I wanted a better way to organize them into color families, like I organize all my art tools into color families. And I thought these drawers would be nice so you can pull down a full drawer and work with it and then put it back up. Yep, it's white. Ooh, it smells pretty. I like the smell of paint. Okay, I'm not going to smell it a lot because I don't want to get all high or whatever. Okay, I've got my rag handy. I've got some paper towels handy in case I need them. Okay, I think we're ready to start and see how this goes. And it's only supposed to take an hour to dry, which seems really fast. especially, it said indoors an hour. I don't know if I buy that. But like I said, the last time I stained anything, I think was a picnic table. So we'll see how this goes. The other thing I want to store in here is all the things that you use with pastels, like blending stumps. Those will be great in here too. And I can store my small set. I have 12 Stabilo Carbothello pastel pencils. And I was going to ask for those for Mother's Day, but they jumped up in price on Amazon. Did you guys notice that? So I couldn't justify buying them yet. I have to wait for them to drop in price a little bit. I need to move this closer. Oh, this is pretty already. I'm liking the white. Make sure I'm still in frame here. Good. It reminds me of like I'm just spreading glue or something. Not glue, it's paint. Anyway, so the Stabilo Carbothello pastel pencils jumped in price. So all of you who managed to buy them already, you guys got in before the price jumped. So I'm hoping the price will go back down and I can get myself the full set. Someday. But for now, I'm really happy that I have the 12 that I have. And I've got them in my Amazon cart, so every time I jump on Amazon, I can check and see if they've dropped in price. Oh, Hilda says hi to Rose. Oh, thanks, Hilda. And if you guys have any art questions or questions about my channel or my website, you can go ahead and ask that. And when I look up and read, I will see if I can answer it for you. Okay, let's see how that's looking. I think I've got a drip already on this side. So I'm going to swing it around and paint this side. Yeah, this paint is going to go a long ways. I think if I want to do the inside of the drawers, I can. Depending on my energy. And even if I just want it done on the inside. And then these are going to go, I measured, and I think they're going to go really nicely along the top of the hutch that's right here in front of me, above where my markers are stored. And I didn't go along the grain right there. I'm going to clean that up. With the grain, Jennifer, with the grain. Okay, that looks better. And hopefully the stain won't bring up too much of the rough edges. You know how sometimes when you stain wood, it makes the wood even rougher? If it does, I might have to call in one of my favors and get it sanded by my husband or my son. Let's see. Terry says, I love the smell of toxic chemicals. Sniffing paint, Miss Logan says. Phew, it took me a while to log in on my fiance's computer, Austin says. Why on earth is it every time I watch live you're debating on smelling Sharpies or paint? I think I talk about the smell of things a lot. because it's kind of a big deal to me what things smell like. Things, when they're strong smelling, it makes a big difference for me whether I can tolerate being around it a long time or not in my studio. So I think that's probably why we're always talking about smells. So we'll cover the back here. I don't know if I'm going to need to wipe much off here, but I do wonder if it's going to need a second coat. We'll see. Let's see. Miss Likeby says, Amazon, my save for later list is Inktense. Oh, yes. The gorgeous Inktense pencils. The cool thing about these boxes is I can put any kind of color pencils in here if I decide to switch it up and take the pastels out and store just color pencils. I can do that. I'm excited. Oh, I got some paint on my Mac. Jennifer, don't do that. So these boxes are going to be pretty versatile. All right, that's looking nice. I like it. I like the white much better than the wood, at least for my studio. I really like wood grain things. Okay, how are we gonna move it? It's out of the way. Stick my hand in here and move it over here. There. Okay, now we'll paint the fronts like this. And I think I'm going to be able to put the fronts kind of back into the drawer. Oh, I forgot to paint the front of the box a little bit too. Very carefully, since this will be seen on videos and things, I gotta make this look nice. Gotta make it look nice. Plus I want it to look nice just for me. So it makes me happy when I pull it out. So I like that. I didn't know that the dividers would come out, and I really like that. So if I want to pull all the dividers out, I could just do a full row of pencils. I wonder how many pencils across I could get. I guess it depends on the brand, because some brands are fatter pencils than others. But I wonder how many like standard Crayolas across I could get. I'll have to test that once the paint dries. I wonder how many boxes it would take to hold my entire set of pencils, which is a lot. I don't even know how many pencils I have. That'd be interesting to go count how many total pencils I have now. I almost ordered more last night. I held off. I stopped myself. Okay, now, if I stand it up on its side, let's see. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see what I'm doing a little better. I truly appreciate that you tell us the odor of things, as I am very sensitive to strong scents. Well, this stain is very strong scented, but I expected that. And I won't be smelling it forever. It will dry. In fact, I could probably hit it with my heat gun and make it dry really fast, but then I would get really hot in here. I don't know if I want to get hot like that in here. Okay. I'm just going to set it down. Okay. Let's see. I missed the first couple of minutes, so where did you get the boxes? I got my boxes on Jerry's Artorama. They were having a really big sale a week or two ago. And I had been watching for the boxes to go on a good sale. I've been wanting to buy boxes like this for ages. And I've had them in and out of my cart on Amazon. But they're so expensive. And they went on sale on jerrysartorama.com. And so I finally bought them, and I got 3 of them because they were such a good deal. And you know, once you cross a certain threshold with these sites, it's free shipping. So I thought, well, I might as well get 3. And they came in this really big box. It was really fun. They came in this really big box. It was like Christmas, and had them all wrapped really good. I was really impressed with Jerry's Artorama's shipping. They wrapped them really good. I was a little worried because they were wood, you know. Would they ship okay? But they came really good, and so I'm impressed by that. And now I have them. So I put a link to Jerry's Artorama, the exact boxes these ones are, on the video link here. So you can go check that out if you're interested in these exact boxes. But you can find them on all of the sites. Amazon, dickbook.com, they all have their own version of these boxes. So go check them all out and see what's on sale. Read the reviews, because some of them get really bad reviews. So you're going to want to read the reviews and make sure you're getting one that everybody likes and is saying is working well for them. Oh, that's my advice. And like I said, people buy them just for color pencils and not even for pastels. I saw some on Amazon where they post the pictures of how they're using them, and some people buy stacks of them and then put their entire color pencil collection in them. And I think that's really cool, and I actually considered it for my art studio when I redid my art studio. And I still might, but I would like a way to organize my color pencils that shows them off like I did with my markers, so that the pencils are actually on display. And everything I put inside these boxes are going to be hidden away, although they will be very reachable because they're going to be right here at the top of above my markers. So I still don't have the perfect solution for color pencils. I found one company doing some really neat trays for color pencils. They're plastic and stackable, but they're really expensive. So I didn't bring them in for 2 reasons. 1, I can't afford them. And 2, I don't want to use something that I can't recommend to you guys. And if it's so expensive that I can't afford them, then I don't want to bring them in and then be like, well, only I can afford them. So I need to find a solution that I can afford and I can recommend, saying, yeah, even you guys can afford them. So, all right. That's another one. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of wanting the whole thing stained now. Oh no. Does it look weird, just the front of it stained white? What do you guys think? Love the make your own coloring book I purchased from you. Pat says all 50 pages are gorgeous. Alcohol markers work great on your alcohol paper. Your videos really inspire me. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it so much. Thank you for ordering a book, Pat. I make bookmarks and cards and art using mixed media. Oh, that's fun. I love mixed media. Melissa says she's guessing over 1,000 pencils. You're probably right. Yeah. Okay. Remember Miss Like V, just, I know you probably don't know this, it's kind of like bad manners, I guess is a good way to say it, to go in and promote yourself on someone else's pages. It's kind of like, other YouTubers say it's kind of like going into Kmart and promoting Walmart. It doesn't, I know you probably just didn't know, so I just try, I wouldn't badmouth you for doing it, but I thought I'd pass that on to you, so if you're ever on another YouTuber's channel and you did that there, they might get upset at you, so I thought I would mention that to you. Oh, Steve's opening the window for me. Does it smell strong in here?
Yes.
Thank you, Steve. We're trying to decide if I should paint the whole drawer. Does it look funny with just the front painted white?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why I'm so happy. Alright, that's all 3 drawers, and this thing is drying good. First coat, and we barely touched that can, so definitely going to have enough paint that I could do additional coats and the interior of the drawers if I want to. Let's see. I love these boxes, Nancy says. Me too. It won't look weird when it's all pull out together. Yeah, I'd stain the inside too. Yeah, I'm wondering. Not my intention to self-promote. Oh, I know. Like I said, I just thought I'd mention that to you. I've been on other YouTubers' channels, and they can be kind of, they get offended about things like that really easily. So I thought I would just mention it to you, so you know how they might react. So anyway, you know. Let's see. I fit 72 Derwent Color Soft in 2 drawers. Oh, very good to know. All 5 sets of Spectrum Noir Color Blend fit in 3 drawers. Oh, good. I asked her a question about it. Okay, I see, Katara. Thank you for clearing that up. Awesome. Thanks, Katara. I do think I'm going to do the insides of the drawers. I have decided, especially since how easily these come out. I think I'll do the insides. Thanks for helping me decide. Especially you, Star Patrick, for telling me to just do the insides. See how easy those come out? So, Nancy, where did you get your drawers from? I'm curious because so many of the drawers on Amazon were getting such mixed reviews. It might be nice for people to know another option other than just the Jerry's Artorama ones. Because I think the Jerry's Artorama ones seemed kind of pricey. Except for when they were on sale. They were a good price. Okay. I'm going to do the inside. Here we go. Woohoo! Now if I decide to take out the dividers and the foam. With the foam out, I wonder if it's deep enough to hold a marker and a gel pen. Oh, be cool to put the gel pens in here too. Think how pretty that would look. Whoa, the bottom of that drawer just sucked that paint up like crazy. It's a different kind of wood. Are you going to be able to stand it in here, Steve?
No.
Oh, you got your nose covered? I'm toughing it out. Good thing it's in here so it can dry in here, huh? Overnight.
Yeah.
It says it should only take an hour to dry. The bottom of this is not painting the same at all, and it's looking ugly. I hope that the foam... I'll have to do a better job on the next one. I'll have to show them. Oh, they can see. Okay, good. The bottom looks very interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Star Patrick, I think looking all the same will look good. Plus, I think on camera it'll look better if it's all painted. When I pull it out for live events or filming, I think it'll just look better if it's all painted. Yeah. Although the bottom of this box looks terrible. Definitely covering it back up with that foam. I'm not even going to try painting. I don't know. Maybe I will. I keep saying I'm going to do one thing and then I do something totally different. Paint the sides. I'm going to be covered in paint. Hopefully it will come off of me, or I'm going to have interesting paint on my hands for the live event tomorrow on Facebook. That will be interesting. I should have worn gloves. I hate wearing gloves when I paint though. I think I'm getting messier as time goes on here. Alright. Clean it up. One drawer is done. Moving on to this drawer. There we go. It'll look pretty with all those colors in here. It's going to be so pretty. Did you remember to upload that video to YouTube, Steve, today?
No, I didn't.
Oh, we have a video to upload. Maybe we'll have to do it. Ooh, that was a lot of paint. Getting messier. Let's see. Am I concerned about fingerprints? I'm thinking they will need to be sealed so you can wipe off prints, chalk dust, or inks. Hadn't thought about that. It's a very good question. It's okay, Rose. Especially where it's white, the boxes. We may have some messy fingerprints, you're right. The dust of the chalk is going to get onto it. So no, I hadn't thought about that. That's a very good question. Does Rose want to go with you, Steve? Or? I'm covered in paint. I hadn't thought of that. Let's see. Actually, I have a rag here. How to get Rose down. Here, we better switch views so you can see my... How do we get you down when I'm covered in paint? It's white paint for White Rose.
Come over here. Come here, Rosie.
Yeah, go to Daddy.
Come
Can you... Okay, I'll wrap her in this and then I can touch her. Okay.
Come here, baby.
Okay, then hand back the rag. Whew, we did it. Okay. That was tricky. Poor dog. She probably needs some fresh air anyway. Alright, I think there was another question there that someone had asked, so let me look here and see. What is the topic for tomorrow's Facebook Live? Would love watercolor. You know, I don't have a really good idea of what to do tomorrow. It wasn't too long ago that we did watercolor, a little bit of watercolor. We talked about sealing our paper, and we used that, let's see, what's it called? The transparent ground. It's a longer name than that. Maybe someone else can help me remember the name. Transparent watercolor ground. And then I think I did some watercolor coloring with that. So I don't know if we'll do that. It's been a while since we've done any gel pen coloring. I was telling Steve that. But it feels like forever since I've done actual just plain gel pen coloring. No mixed media type coloring with adding different, like doing a, I know we recently did where I did marker first and then added gel pen. So I had wondered about doing gel pens tomorrow. That was one thought I had. Okay. That's looking better. All right. Now, let's see how this is doing. It's getting tacky. That's good. I'm glad I didn't do the inside of that. Okay. Let's see. Absorbent ground. Yeah, I think it's watercolor ground. Rose scared you, A Colorful Life. She heard the neighbors outside. Steve opened the window so we could get some air circulating in here, and now you can hear the neighbors really good, and she had to go check and make sure they weren't doing anything they shouldn't be. It takes a lot of time and energy to paint these. I know in the end it will look better, but I never have the patience, but watching you do it is inspiring. Well, that's why I didn't sand any of them. I was worried if I did any sanding, that the sanding process alone would take all my energy and I would never get to the painting. So we're just painting and hoping that the painting alone will take care of any of the hard edges. Magically? Hi Rose, you can't come back up. I can't pick you up. Sorry. I think I might have to paint the bottom now. We'll see, but look how pretty it's looking. Oh, it's got a bit of a sheen to it, it looks like to me. So that's good. Let's see. Antique white stain. It didn't say that it had a gloss. Interesting. Okay, now we're going to paint the last of the 3 drawers, and then I think I'll try hitting it with a bit of the my heat gun and see if that will speed up the drying time, because I'm really excited to put it back together and see how it looks. I have no patience for drying. No patience. Okay. And it will be interesting to see if I can get this paint off my fingers. It's really sticky stain. Okay. Ultimate wood stain, it says. Achieve color in one coat. I liked the sound of that. But the outside of the box, I don't know. Oh, it's kind of pretty. I don't care if it, of course I want the grain to show through. I didn't want it just plain white. So we'll see. I can always do another coat if I want. Like I said, I was a little worried about it being too thick and gumming up the smooth running of the drawers. So that's why I picked stain over like a spray paint. But I could have just been worrying about nothing. Maybe if I hold it like a pizza, I'll get less messy. You think? I could put bling on it too. I could add sparkles. Now, Rose, you need to go find Daddy. I can't pick you up. I'm too sticky. Yeah. Got paint all over me now. Oh, pizza twirler. A pizza twirler. There. I think Rose left a present for you over there. And she's frustrated at me because I wouldn't pick her up, but I think she'd rather not be picked up right now than have paint all over her. Okay, that looks good. Woohoo! I think it looks better with the white all around it, even though I'm now covered in paint. Okay. I think I'll put it here. And get my heat gun. See if we can... wet wipes. That's what I need. I need wet wipes. I can't get to them. Ugh. Okay. All right. Oh, this is wearing me out. Oh, I tell you, I've been really wishing I had a normal human body lately. Doing projects like this makes me wish for a normal body. Okay. Wipe my fingers off a bit so I can touch the heat gun, because it's not warm enough in here already. I'm covered in paint. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm armed and dangerous. Okay, let's see. Oh, we do have a comment here. Let me move up a bit. I just got an let us out of the big bark. I sort of screamed. Do you know if the Pilot Precise V5 extra fine pens work on your favorite marker paper? I don't know. I don't have those kinds. Good question. Have you ever used Tombow markers only to complete a coloring page? No, I haven't. That would be a really fun challenge. I would love to do that. I always end up with my Tombows, I always end up adding and ending up with a mixed media paper by the time I'm done with those ones. I got a set of gel pens today and the dark green was so scratchy. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm sorry. Let's see. Terry says, do your 12 Copics tomorrow. Oh, that would be fun too. Yeah. Do you know? Oh, let's see. I just got on and she let out this big bark. Ink tints tomorrow would be fun. I can't figure out how to make it turn out right. Yeah. I haven't colored with my ink tints in a while. That's a really good suggestion too. It's the veneer that's making it look glossy. It can't soak into that material. Ah, interesting. I have some crates for storing art supplies that need to be painted but are still raw. I thought maybe spray paint would be fast and efficient, but I need to avoid breathing in toxins. Yeah, spray paint, and I always get really messy, even messier than this for some reason with spray paint. Always it blows back on me, or because I do it outside. I don't know. Does this mean that Jennifer got her big set of pastel pencils? There's a story to that. I was telling everybody earlier. I'll tell you again, A Colorful Life, and I'll tell you about that just a second. And I'll tell you too, Shoemate, I think I said your name right.
Adriana.
Is that Adriana?
Yeah.
I'll tell you about these boxes. Let's see. Now, wow, now that's a heat gun. This is a manly heat gun. I stole this from my son. It's not a girl crafting heat gun. Let's see. I need you, Anne says, with watercolor, water-based markers. Yeah, they're tricky. A super duper heat gun. Okay, here we go. Super duper heat gun. Rose, you need to go over to Daddy. Go to Daddy. Go on. Will you call her? So she
Rose, come here.
Okay. Okay, this thing has two settings, high and low. I always use the low setting. The high setting is high enough and hot enough to actually start paper on fire. I think I've said that before on here. So I just use low setting in the craft room. This is made for use in like a woodwork shop, you know, not just a crafting room. So I need to be really careful, especially with this plastic in here. So I'll be really careful. And it should help dry this really fast. And we'll see where we're at with it. If I feel like it needs a second coat or not. I'm liking the whitewash look though. Kind of reminds me of when I was oh, I should be talking this way to the microphone. When I was a young girl, my neighbors, so this would have been early 90s, my neighbors had all their kitchen cabinets whitewashed. I thought it was so pretty. So I don't mind the wood grain coming up and through. I think it's pretty. See if I can lift this up. Maybe if I hold it like this. There. Maybe the pizza. Okay, so as far as the pencils go, I wanted to get the pencils for Mother's Day. The Stabilo Carbothello pastel pencils. But the prices have jumped, so I didn't get to buy them. So that was disappointing. But I have them in my Amazon shopping cart, and I'll just keep watching for the price to go back down.
It jumped like $40.
Yeah, Steve said they jumped by like $30 or $40. So it was a significant jump. Enough that it became too expensive. Priced me out of it. So everybody who ordered it back when we were first talking about them, congratulations. Anne says she's got them and she loves them. Oh, you're so lucky. I've got those 12 that I bought open stock. So I'll just really enjoy those in the meantime. And then I also bought some more half stick pastels. So my pastel collection is growing. I'm excited about it. So it's not like I don't have pastels to play with. Well, in some places this is making the paint bubble a little bit. Oh, I forgot to paint the back of this one. Oopsie. She's determined to get back up into her spot, isn't she? Maybe I'll have to wrap her in a towel again and lift her up. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get Rose up into her spot without covering her in paint. Okay. Come here, Rose. Right here. Good girl. Stay. Oh, she's such a good girl. Okay, come on. Stay. Good girl. Oh, that was funny. Okay, let's see how it's doing. Still tacky. Still tacky. I think I just need to be patient. I think it looks pretty. Okay, patience is the key here. Patience is the key. Now, one of them I didn't paint the back. Which one was it? Which one was it? One of you didn't get the back. Come here. It's not you. Now, if I stack this, am I going to regret it? This one? Yep, this is the one I didn't paint the back. Okay, a little paint back here. Very good. I can't believe that May is already a third of the way through. More than a third, isn't it? What is the date today?
15th.
It's the 15th?
Yeah.
It's halfway through. The kids are all going to be coming off of school soon. There, that's better. Okay. I gotta stack them though. I gotta have a little room to work. Okay. For better or for worse, I stacked them. Okay. Suzanne says the price jumped in her basket too. For the Tombos, I did try a tip to put down a layer of colored pencil for the light color first, and then the Tombows for the medium and dark, and it worked. Oh, that sounds neat. Did I answer everybody's questions from above? So that's Adriana, the shoe mate, Steve.
Yeah.
Adriana, your coloring skills are getting so good. I jump onto our coloring group from time to time, and just scroll through everybody's art, and it's so fun to see progress everybody's making. I love that these come out so I can use these drawers in different ways. There is a little glue in there, but I think the glue is from the base. Came up from when they glued the base on. I don't think yes, Chou Femme is Adriana, she says. Okay, next drawer. So now that I know what I'm doing, I'm hoping these last two are going to go a lot faster because I've made all my decisions of how we're doing this. I need to remember they're kind of notched at the top. Okay. And this piece that's in the middle, it's more like cardboard than it is paper. Than it is wood. Let's see, we have a question. My question is, how do I join when you are on in Facebook? This is the first time I've managed to make it into a live anything. I don't understand how it works. So our Facebook page is Coloring Bliss, and all you have to do is come to our page on Facebook. It'll be at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time tomorrow, and I'll be there live, and you just click on the little post and you can watch along with us and comment on the post just like you do here, and you can watch and enjoy, and it'll also be there after the event is over as well, so you can re-watch that video and read all the comments there. And you like that page while you're over there on Facebook, and come on, and then you can find us anytime you want. But hopefully you have a Facebook account, and then it'll be really easy for you to find us. We also have a Facebook group called Coloring Pages Bliss, and most of the people that are chatting here with me today are members of that group. They are an awesome group of people, really supportive, kind people. And if you ever have a coloring question, they are always there, ready to answer, because sometimes you don't know what color to pick, or if you're trying to make an order on Amazon and you have a question about the kind of color pencils you should order, or what kind of paper you should print your coloring pages on, all those kinds of questions, that group is a really great resource to go to and ask your questions of. Such a happy, positive group. And you can also post your finished coloring pages there and show off your work. Even if you feel like you are a beginner and you have no skills, I encourage you to post your coloring pages that you've done there. It's a great way to get some feedback or just to feel really good about how you're doing and feel like you're part of a community. That's one problem I have with this kind of community is I feel sometimes like we're far apart. So groups like that make us feel like we're closer and maybe more like we're in the same room coloring together. And that's one reason why I jumped on live right now, is because it helps me feel like I'm part of your day and you guys are part of my day, and we're more than just watching a video. We're friends. We're a community. And Steve and I were talking today about making a more regular schedule of when I can be live here on YouTube. So we're still trying to nail down a regular schedule that we can sort of tell you guys you can always expect me here live on YouTube. So watch for that to come soon. Trying to figure out what I can commit to and what's doable moving forward. But for now, you can always guarantee, unless I get really sick, I will be live on Facebook every week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. Any other time conversions, you're going to need to Google it, because I don't think my brain can do any other time conversions right now. Okay, I did a much better job painting the top of that, although I missed a spot. You guys were probably all sitting there going, Jennifer, you missed a spot. There, I got it. It's all good. I got the spot. Okay. I'm getting better. That first box will go in the corner where it doesn't get filmed quite so much, right? Okay, let's see. Gail says she's on Facebook just to join the coloring community. Isn't it awesome? There's so many great groups. Of course, I may be biased, but I think our group is the best. Do you think I'm biased, Steve?
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, if you're enjoying this live stream, make sure you hit like. And you could go share it to a group. Let's see if I can turn this around without getting too much paint on my arm. We'll go this way. This is going much faster with box number 2. Feeling more confident. I've got a plan now, which is to just kind of paint everything except the inside. We got the window open, so I'm breathing more fresh air now. Is it smelling better in here, Steve, or is it still pretty strong?
It's still pretty strong, but it's better than it was for sure.
Be interesting to go back on the live stream and see if I was acting weird before. Okay. There we go. Another side done. And then I'll paint the back and then I'll paint the front. That way there'll be the fewest number of fingerprints on the very front. I don't mind if the back gets some fingerprints.
And you can proceed accordingly.
Okay. That's looking good. Let's see. If I dare touch the Michaela says, so I just tested the pens I was talking about on your favorite marker paper and it does not bleed through or smear the ink. Oh, that's really cool. Maybe I'll have you email us those pens. Like I said, I'm kind of putting together an order on Amazon. And I've got some pens already in my cart that I'm really curious about. I wouldn't mind trying those pens. If you wouldn't mind emailing the name of those pens, send them to the email to support@coloringbliss.com. Steve will catch that email and make sure I get it. Okay, I got the back covered. Now I can get the front. Let's see, I think I'm going to want to set it over on this corner to dry. So let me move all of these out of the way. Whee! I'll set it right here. Stay. Okay. I hold it by these things. There we go. Oh, I'm getting good at this. I'm going to be a pro by the time we're done. There. Now it can dry over there out of the way. I'm going to have plenty of paint. This little can, if you guys decide to buy some of this paint, a little can goes a very long way. Okay, a little paint here. Very good. Okay. Now the drawers. I think. Maybe I'll do the drawers last. Nah, do the drawers next. I don't know why. This piece of glue right here is bugging me. It's going to have to stay. Okay, and I think a good workflow will be to do the back first. I've got to get a good workflow so we can go fast here. Back. That way the fingerprints will be on the back, right? Do all the sides. So I have a new coloring page for you guys. I need to have Steve upload it for all of you for tomorrow. And I was thinking maybe I'll have him do a new free coloring page too. Maybe a limited time one. That could be fun. So I think we'll announce or release those tomorrow sometime before our live event. Oh, that got everywhere. Well, that was an unnecessary amount of paint. Less is more, Jennifer. Less is more. Let's see, did it go back here too? It sure did. There. So we've had suggested, Steve, that we do ink tints tomorrow. We've also, Anne wondered about doing Tombows, which is basically a water-based marker. So we could do water-based markers. That could be lots of fun.
Sure.
I wondered about doing gel pens. Something tells me it doesn't really matter what we do. It would all be fun. Okay, the back of this drawer. A little bit more paint here. Good. Now the front. Let's see. Shufam says, Gail, I set an alarm on my phone for 7 p.m. on my time, which is 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then I get on Facebook and go to Coloring Pages Bliss, not the group page, and keep checking until I see the post. That's an awesome idea. I love that you have an alarm for my live event. That makes me feel so special. Let's see, 5 p.m. Pacific, not 4. Okay, thank you, Susan. Rose, there is a link in the description for the boxes. Yeah. I agree, Jen, the best here. Oh, you're nice. Let's see. Michaela heard thunder. Well, take care of yourself. Hopefully there'll be no tornadoes. Stella says she got the same boxes from Jerry's over a year ago. Like yours, they had a strong chemical odor. I still think it's the glue. Does anybody order much from Dick Blick? Are they reliable? I'm thinking of completing my Tombows from them. I love Dick Blick. This is the first time I've ever ordered from Jerry's Artorama. I've always ordered from Dick Blick. And I love ordering from them. Everything comes packaged really well and comes really fast. So I highly recommend Dick Blick. Even my local store, they're their only, I'm not making much sense. Dick Blick is my local art store that I go to. So I'm a huge Blick fan. I get their catalog and I love sitting and thumbing through their catalog. Sometimes their prices are lower than Amazon too. And one of my favorite things about Dick Blick's website is you go to their main page and they have a tab called New. And you can see some, like, the newest products they have right there. And then I think there, after you look at that front page that says New, then you can click another link that says More New Products. So that's where I like to go and do research to see what some of the companies are doing, and then I'll go to the company's websites after that to go read more about their latest and greatest products. So that's one of my favorite research tools. Shh, don't tell. Okay, one of the new drawers is done. Set it here to dry. Very good. Next drawer. Lorna says, what are the drawers for? I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of pastels I have. I've been collecting pastels now. So they'll be going in here, and then eventually I'm going to be ordering a set of pastel pencils. I have only 12 of them so far. And when the prices drop on the Stabilo Carbothellos, I'm going to be ordering the full set of Stabilo Carbothellos. I was eyeing the Faber-Castell pastel pencils the other day, but they're really pricey too. So I didn't order those. So those pastel pencils will go in here too. Also, I'm going to put everything in the drawers that go along with pastels. Not everything, but a lot of things. Like the blending stubs can go in here. Erasers can go in here. The other thing you can put in the drawers is just standard color pencils. I'm thinking that the drawers are deep enough for gel pens. We'll see. Once they're all dry, I'm going to put them all together and line them up and see what I can get in them. I'd love to have all kinds of supplies in them, and then I can organize them by family, color families, and bring down one tray at a time or 2 or 3 trays at a time and work with the supplies all around me and my coloring page or piece of art, whatever it is that I'm working on. So, like I said, I got a really good deal on these on Jerry's Artorama a couple weeks ago when they were having their really big sale. So I finally ordered some after waiting a long time. So they're kind of pricey. So instead of just buying one box, I bought 3. Because they'll fit across the top up here above my markers. If you've seen my art studio tour, you've seen where I keep my markers. And right now above there I have a case of markers that hold my Cali Arts. And I have that stand that's holding all my Sharpies. So those are all going to get moved. Not quite sure where to put those yet. They'll all get moved, and these drawers will go along the top, and they'll be really easy for me to reach up and grab a drawer and bring it down. Now, I don't know if I'll label the drawers or not, because I'm hoping it'll look just really nice and white up there. But then I have to remember what's in every drawer. So they might get labeled. We'll see. But these drawers were designed just for pastels. That's their main purpose. But they work so great for pencils too. So a lot of color pencil artists buy them and fill them up with their sets of pencils. And they're really nice because you can pull all the drawers out and just have them surrounding you. These boxes stack too, so if you don't want them, you can make a tower of the boxes. So I wondered about stacking them next to Rose here, my dog. So that's another option I have. So they're really good because I can use them in lots of different ways, depending on what I'm in the mood for, I guess, and how I'm using them. Okay. And I can hear the birds outside. So nice. The other great thing is with these drawers, I'll be able to free up some more space in this main stack of drawers here on my right. So now I get to kind of think through what I want to put in those drawers. Okay, here we go. Stack this here. Okay. You can keep a cheat sheet by each drawer case as opposed to labeling the drawers. That's a good idea. Robin says hi. Hi, Robin. Watch how thick you paint the top rim on the drawer part. I had to sand my paint down to keep them opening smoothly. I was worried about that too. Hopefully I haven't done it too thick anywhere. Hope so. I had started collecting pens, gel pens, and more to come, and having fun collecting. It's my new collectible now. Aren't they gorgeous? They look like jewels. I love the way I have them displayed. Have you seen my art studio tour and seen the way I've got them displayed here? I did that on purpose because I love the way they look all displayed out. They look like jewels. I think art supplies in general, just on their own, are beautiful. Like I said in my art studio tour, I wanted them to stand out like that, like they are works of art on their own. So that's why my studio is white, and the tools are the stars. So I sit down to the inspiring art tools. Didn't want to get distracted by loud colored wallpaper or something. Oh. Well, that looks pretty good. Oh, clunk. I think I'm getting less messy as I go. That's a good sign. Maybe I'm improving. I'm going to be a pro by the time I'm done, and I'll never want to do this again, right? I'm going to have more than half of a can of paint left by the time we're done. I'll have to donate it to someone. So I'm never going to want to do this again, right? Now, I'll hang on to it in case I buy something else that needs a little whitewashing. Okay. I'm excited to put it all back together again and start filling it with art supplies. This is the part where I wish you could, in real life, cue fast forward and the music montage, right? I love that about when I'm editing a video and I can hit fast forward, put the happy music on, and all of a sudden the hard work is done. I wish we could do that in real life. I want that function. Sign me up for that function. Or, you know, like in movies when the sad, hard parts of life are happening and they cue the sad music and they just say like, time passed, or they show how the seasons are passing or something. I wish we could do that in real life. Just cue the sad music and skip over the weeks and weeks of hardship. I wish we could do that. It'd be so great. Okay. Okay. Keep holding it up, Jennifer. Whoa, that side doesn't want to have paint on it. There. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is let this stuff dry overnight. And then tomorrow during the live Facebook event, I'll show you guys how it all turned out. I'll have to post it on Instagram too. Have you guys been coloring anything interesting lately? I haven't had time to color. On Sunday I got to do a little coloring because while I'm in my Sunday meetings, I bring my 24 pack of Prismacolors with me to church, and I take my notes during services in a sketchbook with my Prismacolors and draw and doodle around the notes. So I kind of get some of my art time in during services, but I haven't done much art beyond that. I'm having the urge to do some coloring. Okay. A little too much paint over here, I can tell, so I'm going to wipe that off. There. Okay, that looks decent. Okay. Hopefully those drawers won't stick together too bad as they dry. That's the best I can do. I'm limited in space, so we have to let them sit somewhere, right? Okay, I'm going to move this back a bit so we have room for the last drawer. I'm so covered in paint. Okay, let's see what everyone's saying here. Michelle said good night. Good night. Robin says she should paint her drawers to match her room. Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love to see how you do it. I've seen your tour, hearing your dog talk. Where does time fly? Yeah. And yes, gel pens fit. Oh, good. How many sets of drawers do you have? I've got 3. I bought 3 because they'll, width-wise, they should fit across the back of my hutch here. That's my main desk. So I'm thinking 3 will fit, and I can reach up and grab them during live events if I need to. Although this camera right here might get in the way, so we'll see how it works. Ben's art is here, and I think he is speaking in German. How much does it cost to make this? The drawers, I have a link to them in the video description. I bought them through Jerry's Artorama, and I think this can of paint, this white stain I bought, was only $5 at Walmart. And then the brush was only $1. So it's really an inexpensive project, although it's very messy. And this paint does not like to wash off with a wet wipe, so you know. Let's see. I did some pen marker coloring in my planner the first couple of days of my chemo last week. Oh, planners are so fun. I would love to get into doing more planner. How did your chemo go? Did you survive it, Susan? Of course, the actual chemo isn't the hard part. It's the recovering, right? Hopefully you're doing okay. Ugh. Chemo. That's one of those times, right, Susan, where you wish you could cue the music montage and just skip over that part. And then the chemo was over, and she was healed and doing wonderfully. That's what we wish for you, Susan. We could just cue the music montage for you. And you could just skip the hard part. Why couldn't life have come with a music montage button? Okay, I'm going to put the drawers back here again. So we can paint the box first. Let's see. Sarah says you can buy them at Amazon. Yeah, The boxes are available on Amazon. There's several different styles, and they're a little less expensive than the ones on Jerry's Artorama. This particular box style I bought on Jerry's Artorama because they were on sale at the time. So go check out Amazon. Dick Blick's got them. I think you can buy them Hobby Lobby and Michael's. They all have their own kind of boxes that you can purchase. Let's see. Robin says, I have some drawers full of my backup pencils. Oh, that's awesome. Ben says, thank you. I can't wait to get my second custom coloring book, Lolly. Oh, thank you for ordering a second one. You're so awesome. You must have loved the first one. Oh, these ones are glued in more than the other drawers. What's up with that? I've done 8 out of 9 without a problem, and the 9th one has a problem getting out. Ugh. There, I got one. You can come out. This is another problem. I have no strength in my hands. No strength. Oh, I got it. Okay, one more. Oh, I got it. Yes. Okay. Woo. That was harder than it needed to be. All right. How is it to order a custom coloring book? You go to my website, coloringbliss.com, and there's a shop button, and in there you can order a custom coloring book. You get to pick the paper the book is on. You get to pick the pages inside the book. I have over 480 coloring pages I've drawn now that you get to pick from. You get to pick how it's bound and all kinds of options. You can add swatch pages. You can add blank pages if you want to make it into like a journal type book as well. There's all kinds of options. So go check it out. There's videos on that site to help you through the ordering process and to kind of tell you all the options and what you can choose from. So go check it out. I love that we have built that software for you guys so you have that option. So I also have pre-configured books there as well, and you can actually start with a pre-configured book if you want and then modify that pre-configured book if you'd rather go with that route instead of just building an entire book from scratch. So there's lots of fun options there. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Okay. Let's see. Susan says, it was coloring pages in it with little pieces of the month's pages on each weekly page. Oh, that's cool. Jennifer, everyone in your little drawers stick a little, but we'll try waxing them. That might help them from sticking. Yeah, I've wondered about that. Is it beeswax or something you can get to help them run smoother? They were running super smooth in and out before I painted them. So hopefully adding the stain isn't going to make them run less smooth. Well, I think I'm going to just probably sign off here in a minute. I'm going to just speed paint through this final box. Like I said, I'll show you guys the final, how they turned out tomorrow during the live Facebook event. Again, that is at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time over on my Facebook page, which is Coloring Bliss on Facebook. So come join me tomorrow to see how the boxes turned out. I'll also probably post pictures of how it all looks over on my Instagram. So you can make sure you're following me on my Instagram too if you want to see it there. And hopefully it all looks good and all this work was worth it. And sitting here in the stinky room was worth it. Thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company while I work on this. It was lots of fun. And watch for a new video. We'll be putting up a new video really soon. It's all about how different kinds of bags and storage of markers. And that purple bag you saw in my art studio tour that's holding my Cali art markers. It's all about that bag as well and how it works and how I'm using it. So watch for that video to go up really soon. I'm excited for you guys to see that video. So thanks again for joining me. I'm going to check the chat here really quick one more time and make sure I haven't missed any important comments before I sign off here. Let me see here. Oh, I was holding my breath and rooting for you to pull out those dividers. Thank you. Let's see. I have a hard time deciding what I wanted to do from your site. Maybe I'll have to do another book as well. Oh, thank you. Beeswax to help them run better. Just running a candle on the edges. That's a great idea. And Robin's saying goodbye and looking forward to that video. That's awesome. Well, thanks again, everybody. And thanks for your comments. And thanks for hitting like. Make sure you're subscribed and that you hit that little bell notification. So next time I come on live here, you won't miss out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on our live Facebook event where you'll see the reveal of how these drawers turned out. Plus we'll be doing some actual coloring, not just painting boxes. So that will be fun to get some art done and enjoy hanging out. Plus we'll have some new art, some new coloring pages we'll be releasing. So watch for that. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everyone.